How much does it cost to register a company in Singapore? When considering starting a business in Singapore, understanding the costs involved in registering and maintaining a company is essential. For foreign entrepreneurs, these costs can be broken down into several categories. First, let's focus on base costs such as filing fees. The initial costs for registration a company in Singapore include government filing fees. The company name reservation fee is 15 Singapore dollars, and the company registration fee is 300 Singapore dollars. Since foreigners cannot incorporate a company by themselves, they need to engage a registered filing agent. RFA services are usually offered as a package and include both government fees and necessary ancillary work, such as preparing documents, filing, providing a secretary service, registered address, and nominee director. Foreign companies are required to appoint a local nominee director, which usually costs between 1,500 to 5,000 Singapore dollars per year. The cost may be on a higher side if the service provider also wants to include a refundable security deposit, which is normally equal to 1 year's service cost of the nominee director. Another mandatory expense is the company's registered address. Renting a virtual address can range from 100 to 500 Singapore dollars per year. Besides this, within 6 months from the registration, every company in Singapore must appoint a secretary, whose annual fees range from 300 to 1,000 Singapore dollars per year, unless this was already included in the initial package. The services of the company's secretary generally include maintaining statutory records, filing annual returns, and ensuring compliance with local regulations. Yearly expenses also include the costs for annual filings and any penalties for late submissions. Companies must file an annual return with a base cost and are subject to penalties if not filed on time. For example, the penalty of late filing of the annual return can be between 300 and 600 Singapore dollars, and the penalty for failure to pay the assessed tax will be 5% of the payment amount. Systematic failures in timely reporting can also lead to legal action against the company and the criminal penalties for the director. In general, if you wisely choose your service provider, the total cost of setting up a company in Singapore will usually be between 2,500 and 4,000 Singapore dollars. The annual services cost starting from the second year, including secretary, nominee director, and necessary filings, is usually costing from $3,000 to $5,000. This may also include accounting services for small companies with a relatively lower turnover. If you have a significant number of transactions, the cost of accounting services may increase, and you should discuss this with your provider in advance.